Hello, this is John with Medicare Line here in Colorado. I just wanted to take a few minutes and go over the coverages of Part A and Part B. So if you go for the option of just staying with Medicare Part A and Part B, which is also known as Original Medicare, so you have Part A Medicare and Part B uh, Part B. So Part A is your hospital, Part B is your outpatient, doctor's visits, lab work, MRIs, things of that nature. So if you decide to stay with just Part A and Part B, which is fine, when you turn 65, you sign up for, if you don't receive Social Security benefits, you have to sign up for Part A and Part B. You can go do that online, or you can do it at the local Social Security office. If you do it online, it's quick, it's easy, and I can make a video about how to do that later on. However, if you just decide to stay with Part A and Part B, so let's go over that just a little bit. So typically, Part A and B will cover 80%. 80% of all approved Medicare charges. So, which leaves you on the hook for the 20%. And this 20% is very, very important because if you only have original Medicare, which is Part A and B, there's no out-of-pocket max amount per year that you have to spend. And what that means is that a lot of times when you purchase an insurance, a health insurance, if you had a health insurance plan, they have an out-of-pocket max that you can spend a year. And then after that out-of-pocket is met, you cannot spend more than that. You cannot be charged more than that. Let's say a lot of times those plans will have $5,000 out of pocket or $6,000 out of pocket max, and those amounts are very important because if you have a bill, you cannot go over $5,000 out of your pocket to cover for those expenses. It can be up to $5,000 you can pay, but not more than $5,000, usually per calendar year. But with original Medicare, you do not have this. Okay, this protection of out-of-pocket max. So what that means is that this 20% that's left out there uncovered for you, depending on the bill that you incur from the doc, from the hospital, whatever the case is, this 20% can be any number. There's no ceiling to this 20%. There's absolutely no ceiling amount to where you would meet and then everything's going to be covered. So you're on the hook for this 20% with no limit amount or no max amount, whatever you want to call it. So there's no limit amount. This can go, let's give you an example. Now this is not a big deal if your bill is $100 coming out of the doc. Your bill is $100. 80% of that is covered, which is $80, just to make things simple. And the 20% of that which is not covered would be $20 that you pay out of pocket. You're out the door, your bill's paid, no problem. $20 is no big deal. Okay? Let's say you get a procedure done or you had a catastrophic event in your life, or you've gone through a surgery, or God forbid cancer happens, and you need surgery, you need an expensive procedure done. Let's say your bill is $100,000, and this is how much you're walking out of the hospital with, $100,000. Now $80,000, 80%, is covered. Whether it's between Part A and B, the hospital, outpatient, you're covered here. But then you are liable for the remaining of $20,000, which is 20% of $100,000. And you can see where this is going. So, again, if your procedure is 150 or 200, this keeps going up and up and up and up. This 20% left uncovered. Okay, so it's very important to understand that if you just stay with Part A and Part B Medicare, just hospital and outpatient, there is no limit or out-of-pocket max amount per year or ever. There's just no amount there. That 20% that you're responsible for can be any amount, depending on how much you owe from the bills that you incur for any services that you have. Okay, I hope that is somewhat helpful. If this is valuable to you and have questions, you can always contact me by visiting medicareline.org or calling me directly there by using the website or sending me an email, or just simply post your comments down below this video. Thank you so much for watching and have a nice day.